I hope you've got the same energy.
Chelsea have got a free hit this year because obviously Lampard is a young, well, I say young, but he's a brand new coach.
Transfer ban.
They've had a transfer embargo.
But okay, so this transfer ban that you lot are talking about, you've got man in our group that are saying that their team is better than United's team though.
Yeah, that's
what mans are saying.
Who said that?
Said. Yeah, that's what he said.
Nah, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
He's saying that when you look at, in fact, he was trying to say that their midfield is as good, top 3.
That don't make no sense.
You were
He
saying
was better than 4-0 the other day. How does that make sense?
Well, you know, Said don't make too much sense anyway. Said don't make too much sense. Yo, we're back in part 3 of Everyone's a Pundit. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We're going to get back into it now. This is part 3, as I said, of Everyone's a Pundit. And what we're going to do now is just review the rest of this week's Premier League games and some talking points.
Yeah.
One of the big I won't say big talking point, but one of the talking points of the weekend is obviously Liverpool have gone away to Burnley, comfortable, convincing 3-0 win.
Could have been more if they really
Standard.
wanted to, yeah.
You know, Liverpool are looking like...
They're strong, man.
They're looking like that team, man.
Yeah, they're very strong. They're scoring goals for fun and they keep clean sheets.
And they're keeping clean
And
sheets.
even if they're not keeping a clean sheet, you're not getting more than one goal past them.
Yeah.
So it's a comfortable win. They're 3-1, 3, you know what I mean? 3-0s, 4-1s. So yeah, they're looking good. They are looking good.
They are. I was hoping that they will drop off, and I'm still hoping that Liverpool will drop off. But at the moment, man, they're just looking.
I can't see it.
They're just looking so assured, man.
You say you can't see it. At the end of the day, all it takes is one shaky game and then another, and then before you know it, you're on a run of 3 games and no wins.
No
you know what I
win,
mean?
yeah. It can happen.
It
can, but I know what you mean. They are strong.
I mean, they lost to Man City last season and it didn't really affect them, did it?
No, it didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? If I'm honest, even in that game, I think Man City showed their quality to win that, but it wasn't that type of game.
No.
I was thinking to my, no, that was against Leicester.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who scored for in that game? It was another.
What, Man City, Liverpool?
Yeah, I can't remember. But I remember it was a tight game.
It was like 2-1 win for Man City.
It was a tight one. They got a goal in the second half.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping they drop off, but if we're being honest, it doesn't look like it because they just look so assured. The quality's there, but football, isn't it?
And Mane, he had a reaction to Salah, didn't he? He had a reaction.
Yeah. Salah should have squared the ball to him when he was open in space, but he was a bit greedy, innit?
Yeah.
And then.
But like I said, like the clip that I sent you, you'll see for yourself. Mane's done it before.
So I'm gonna put the clip up on the screen, both clips actually. So when Mane done it before and the clip that happened this weekend.
You're always gonna get that with top strikers. Everyone wants to score goals.
They want the golden boot.
Yeah, exactly. They all want that. Yes, it's a team game, but you still want that individual accolade. And Kane's done it with Son. Son's done it with Kane. You see it at Arsenal. I mean, these guys are all fighting for those. You know what I mean? Those accolades. And
but the thing is though, like, you do have to remember, you have to put the team first, and I do personally think that Salah's a little bit selfish.
Yeah,
because there's bare times. And don't get me wrong, when you're a striker, you're striker. You're meant to be selfish, but I think Salah, I think Son is like that as well for you lot. I think certain times it's not all about you trying to get the glory. I'm talking. Rashford is the same. It's all about decision making and making the right decision, because the 3 points is the most important. Definitely. It's not. The team's bigger than you, innit? Yeah. But strikers are strikers.
I remember last year when Salah was going for, I think it was the first Liverpool player to score 50 goals in X amount of games. Yeah. And he was on a run of games where he hadn't scored in about 3 or 4. Yeah. And you could tell he was getting a bit desperate. He was snatching that shot and not passing when he should have, but usually he would have. So you could see it was playing on his mind. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You got a formidable front 3. They got to share the goals between them. But yeah, Salah is very greedy. I would say that.
The thing is, after the game, they'll chat about it after, and it will be squashed.
Exactly.
There's a clip I saw on Twitter where they're walking up the steps after the game, and you got Salah walking up, Firmino, then Mane. but Firmino's like giggling. Have you seen it? He's giggling. He's like,
He knows like Mane, but
it's funny.
Not laughing like bait, but he's obviously laughing at the situation. So it's all banter, man. They're all laughing at it. Do you know what I mean? Because when Mane came off, he was. He was like, I think he was gesturing to Milner.
You see him like that? Yeah.
Oh, he was proper fuming.
But Milner's like, calm down, man.
I think you scored. You're 3-0 up. Like, it's not.
To be fair, in a way, you want to see that passion. You want to see players that actually care. Because if they don't care, then it's like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes people just going through the motions. You can see that even 3-0 up, 80th minute, whatever it is, 60, he still wants to score. You know, in a way, I rate that. It's like even when Maguire came off and he was arguing with Pep. Like, why you take me off her? But it's like when it's done the right way.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line, exactly, and it's about also.
But the thing is, you can never. It doesn't matter. It shows nobody wants to be happy coming off, innit? I don't think.
Yeah.
But you can't then be going to the manager and be It's you can't be doing that. You've got to set an example. Because that's what man would do. That's what I used to do on a Sunday, boy. When my manager used to take me off in certain games, I'll be fuming with him. I'm like, what are you dealing with? Taking me off? Are you nuts? Don't be silly.
It's a bad cycle.
In professional football, you have to hold it down, innit?
Exactly. And then obviously the youngsters see that, other people see that, and before you know it, everyone's trying to disrespect the coach.
I remember one time, this has got nothing to do with Premier League football, but I'll tell you the story anyway. So we had a cup final, and so I got injured on the run to the cup final. Came back for the semis, scored, helped get my team to the final. Get to the final now. I'm not in the starting 11.
Serious?
Lucas said that.
I'm not in the starting 11, so I'm like, so I am fuming. Not only that, I've gone and got my girlfriend at the time to come and watch me.
No.
First time ever, and I'm not even playing.
Oh man!
So I'm not even playing, and so and then anyway, man brought me on in the second half, innit?
Did you play well, or was your head not in it?
Got the winner.
Oh, is it?
Got the winner. Got the winner. You get me? And it's on film as well. Got the recording if anyone wants to try and challenge that. Anyway, at the end of the game, when the final whistle went, managers tried to come up to me. I said, move, man. He tried to come and celebrate with me. I said, move. I was fuming. I was like, don't try and come and celebrate with me.
You would have been good.
Trust me.
Media was active.
I was fuming, man. So I can understand, but this is Premier League football, innit?
Yeah, they got to be more professional. And you know there's a million cameras on you.
Trust me. Anyway, I digress. Sorry.
What were you saying
Everton.
What were you saying about Everton? Do you think they're contenders for that top 6, or do you think they're...
I think Everton are pretenders, man. I think they're still pretenders. They can pull out a result like today, 3-2 at home to Wolves, but nah.
They always seem to have a period in the season where they just can't seem to win.
Yeah.
It always happens with
Everton. Or
Everton.
they just far away games. They'll be
silly game.
Up and then 2-2 or 3-2. So, until, like you said, until I see them going on a run of a few victories, I'm not convinced.
What do you think of Moyes Kane? So, what do you think of him? Because I don't really rate Richarlison. I don't really rate him. No.
The thing is with Richarlison is like we're still wondering what's his best position, and it's like you've been in the league for 2 years now, 3 years, and I'm still trying to suss you out. Are you a striker? Are you a wide forward? Like what?
He looked like he's playing wide today.
Yeah, but
that's where he usually plays, isn't it? Wide forward.
No, but they've also played him up top, like essentially like a number 9.
Marco Silva rates him though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He rates him, boy.
Him over from Watford. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced
by him.
I know they got good players. Don't get me wrong. And on their day, they could pull off a nice victory. Like they could even I could see them beating the top 16 on their day. But their day is not consistent enough when you're looking at them going away to Crystal Palace or going away to or playing against Leicester or you know what I mean, or these mid-table teams that they should be beating if they really want to solidify their spot.
Because even who was it? Was it against Aston Villa that they lost to?
Yeah.
And Andre Gomez that day had a stinker.
Awful. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, that's not normal. But I'm like, you can't be having games like that. You know what I mean?
I was even saying, thank God we didn't get him because there was a time when we were strongly linked.
Yeah. He had a stinker that day.
So, but they've got a decent team. But I do think if to be honest, I'll say it again, I don't think anyone's going to break into the top 6. I think the top 6 is set. I think the top 6 teams are so much stronger than the rest of the league that it will be the top 6. Obviously,
it'll be the top 6.
But if anyone is to, it will be Leicester, I personally feel. they've got a squad that is probably good enough.
And you know what's funny is they've got Vardy.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
As much as people may try and, because he doesn't fit that glamorous sort of striker thing, he scores goals
consistent.
and he's lethal
He's good for 18 to 20.
Yeah, man. Vardy is a problem.
But even last season, he was quite quiet in the sense of you weren't really talking about it, but he still finished like 18 goals. You know?
Yeah.
They're a good team.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I did say at the beginning, I did say Wolves, but I'm starting to kind of lean your way now, like Leicester.
Yeah, I think so. I think Wolverhampton will struggle because of this Thursday Sunday thing.
Yeah,
and also as well, it's quite hard because you've got to be strong mentally to see everyone else get a result, and then you've got to pick up a result the next day. That does play. Yeah. I remember when we was playing Europa League football, and all you boys in the Champions League, and we're seeing you guys beat teams, and then we got to play the next game, and you already know. That.
I was really impressed with Spurs actually, because you lot responded well to that.
Yeah.
When you lot were playing late, you lot always seem to pick out the result.
I can't see Wolves doing that over the course of a season. And again, they do play a core 15, 16 guys if someone gets injured. If Jimenez or Neves go down for a while, the guys coming in ain't nowhere near as good. You know what I mean? So
even that Jota's doesn't seem to have started like how he was last season.
He came off the bench today, didn't he?
Yeah, see.
I know they brought in Cotrone, but again, we've got to see how good he is over the course of the season, because he wasn't really playing. In Italy, he was playing, but he wasn't playing like major minutes. So we'll see.
What other games was there to discuss this weekend that were kind of...
Chelsea, yeah. What about Chelsea? 2-0 up.
Chelsea, I could nearly forget about Chelsea.
And then they end up dropping 2
You know
points.
what? You people, that have got this energy for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and United, I hope you have the same energy for Lampard and Chelsea. I hope you've got the same energy.
They won't.
I hope you've got the same energy.
Chelsea have got a free hit this year because obviously Lampard is a young, well, I say young, but he's a brand new coach.
Transfer ban.
They've had a transfer embargo.
But okay, so this transfer ban that you lot are talking about, you've got man in our group that are saying that their team is better than United's team though.
Yeah, that's
what man's are saying. Said. Yeah, that's what he said.
Nah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He's saying that when you look at, in fact, he was trying to say that their midfield is as good, top 3.
That don't make no sense.
He was saying
better than 4-0 the other day. How does that make sense?
Well, Said don't make too much sense. Said don't make too much sense. But this is the point I'm making. So you can talk about transfer ban, but if your team is currently better than our team. And you're 2-0 up at home.
I don't think Chelsea are better than United.
What do you lot think? Do you lot think? Do Chelsea have a better team than Man United? Let us know.
The only thing I think that goes in Chelsea's favour is that they've got a team full of youngsters that don't have any fear. And sometimes, it might sound a bit stupid, but when you've got players that have been playing for 8-9 years, they kind of like... You've got the pressure of the media, you've got pressure of outside sources weighing in on you. When you've got a team full of youngsters that have got no fear, they can just play and play and play every game. Like Mason Mount's just going to pop up. They've got
Mason Mount's a baller, by the way. He's a baller.
They're hungry, they've got a point to prove. But I don't think Chelsea defensively, Zuma looks a problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Next, when they come off their ban, they're going to rectify that.
Yeah.
I bet they'll go after that guy that Arsenal going to link with. What's his name? The one that was
the defender, I know you're talking about.
The other one from, where is he from?
From Juventus, right?
No, not him. The other one, the young guy that was going to get for like 50 million. I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about, though. I do know you're talking about.
Opicano, what his name is. Yeah, I bet they'll go after him or something like that. Watch.
Chelsea have got money, so they can go after whoever they want. But it'll be what will be interesting? Will Tam Abraham be starting next year for Chelsea? Because I could see him banging 17, 15 goals, whatever, and they still go out and get out.
Yeah, they will. 100%.
But you know what? You say that if Lampard is still in charge, I think Lampard may do things differently. Because he brought in Mason Mount. He didn't have to.
Yeah.
Because they still got Barkley. They still got Willian. Because Willian has not been starting. Yeah, exactly. Did he start this weekend, Willian? I doubt it. I didn't see it. He didn't. See? So, there you go. Like, I rate it because even the first game when they played us, he brought Mason Mount in.
Yeah.
So I rate them moves there because, as I've said this before, and I'll say it again, we as fans are always trying to get onto teams that are loaning out players and not giving youth a chance.
Yeah.
So when a manager's starting to give youth a chance, like Lampard, like Ollie, why are you lot starting to knock it and talk about the squad and all of that? you got to give them a chance.
Fans are walking contradictions. You want to see the youngsters play, but you also want to go out and see your team spend X amount of money.
Yeah.
So fans don't make sense. You know what I mean? So
I will stick by the fact that as a United fan, I do not think that we needed to go and replace Lukaku. Where we needed to replace was in midfield.
Okay, yeah.
But up front, I'm happy because Mason is a man that needs to come through. And I think what Chelsea are doing, but they still should not be dropping points at home to Sheffield United.
Not at all.
They were 2-0 up, right?
2-0 up. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know.
That even cost Liam some money, boy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Last man standing, dead.
Yeah.
Last minute equalisers.
I'm happy. I mean, obviously, I don't like Chelsea, but I'm happy to see Tammy Abraham.
Well, he's proving them racist.
Yeah, exactly.
He's wrong, isn't he? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people said he's a. But then, to be fair, one of my boys said that it's quite a good point. He said he's only scored goals against Norwich and Sheffield.
United. It's with the championship team.
He's like, he's a championship striker. So I was like, you know what? Sometimes you just can't.
Well, you can't. Yeah.
But he's scored in the Premier League. That was my point. But he was like,
they're championship teams. So We'll see what happens. And lastly, just to touch on before we go, which is outside of the Premier League, Gareth Bale saves Zidane.
I know, again. So it's comical because Zidane went from this guy needs to go, he's not in my plans, I don't want to talk about it, he's gone, blah, blah, blah. Bale was on the plane, he touched down in China, man was like there, and then they pulled him back, they pulled the deal, and now then Zidane's coming out saying,
we need him. We need him.
I think the president's got more to do.
Yeah, he probably said you can't sell him. He's a Galactico.
I don't think Zidane's still. I don't think he rates him still.
But you know what? Yeah, Zidane as a manager, the jury's out on him.
Yeah.
He's living by these three Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
But other than that, now he ain't got Mr. CR7. Let's see because he don't look like a great manager to me.
Atletico has definitely strengthened, and Barcelona has strengthened as well. So it's going to be. If they're not careful, they're going to finish third. You know what I mean?
What are you not saying? Because obviously we all love Zidane. People of our ages grew up on Zidane. He is a god.
Yeah, literally, he's a god to a lot of players.
But you know what? Good players don't necessarily make good managers, man. And because we was having a conversation about this in the gym. And it was like, one of the guys, as I said, this guy, he just listens to TalkSport. I don't even know if he watches football games, so I'm not even really going to listen to him too much. But he was like, but he's won 3 Champions Leagues. But I'm just like, man had Ronaldo then, and younger Modric and all them man there.
League form has been sketchy.
Where are they in the league now?
Well, I don't know. It's early days, isn't it? It's early days. It doesn't really matter right now. But I know Bale scored 2 goals today and got sent off. The other day when they brought him in, he got an assist. So Bale's been doing his bit.
He's been doing his bits and bobs.
So but it'll be interesting to see how they do this year because obviously Barcelona, I would say, are probably favourites for the league, and Atletico has strengthened as well.
Barcelona, you reckon, yeah?
Yeah, I think Barcelona.
They lost the other day, though, didn't they?
I think they drew 2-2 in the end.
So Real Madrid, after 3 games played, they're in 5th at the moment. 1-1, drawn 2.
There you go.
So that's, again, I don't know who
it's still a bit early.
It is early.
I wouldn't really look at the league until about 10 games. Then kind of
I'll give you another one. Barcelona 1-1, drawn 1, lost 1, boy.
Yeah, I knew they lost 1.
So they lost the first day of the season.
Yeah, they lost to some new team.
Yeah, who was it? I'm trying to remember. No. Who was it? Because the man scored that bicycle kick.
I know they were losing to Real Betis and they ended up beating Real Betis 5-2.
No, it weren't Betis that they lost to. Man.
They beat Betis 5-2, but they did lose to some dead team.
It was Bilbao, man.
Is it?
It was Bilbao. Pretty sure it was Bilbao that they lost to first day of the season. My man scored the bicycle kick. Wow. I'm going to check that out anyway, and I might even fling that bicycle kick up on the screen for you, man, to see, because it was a big goal. But yeah, Barcelona will probably win it again.
I think so. I think they end up walking it. I think it'll be. It won't even be close.
All right then, man. Well, that wraps up this weekend's action on Everyone's a Pundit. You've had the pundits here. We're just fans giving our fans' opinion, giving our views. Get me? And if you enjoyed, as I've said many times, please keep supporting. Thank you all for supporting. Hit the subscribe button and the notification, and leave us some comments below on what you think and if you agree with what we're saying here. But Until next week, we're gone.
We're blessed. Until next week, we're blessed.
We're blessed.